What's up, you guys? Don't be fooled by the page. I'm not drawing none of these people. And actually there is one. It's not this one. I like this. The colors I think pop off, but I want to keep those bunny ears. I think that they would look really good in another video. Probably closer to Halloween. So then I thought, oh, I can keep that same pink hair color as a skin color. The fire hair is beautiful, I just don't like them together. For some reason, those colors don't match for me. So I switched the colors out for a lighter pink, still don't like it. And I ended up with the bunny girl up top with the green and the even darker version of green. I like that. I think it screams swamp monster. And the second I had that thought, I was like, you know we gotta do this. It's already in motion. So I got my outlines and I know this is gonna be fire. So for my two outlines, the first one I was thinking kind of like old Hollywood, where you have the hair slicked back a little bit, the loose waves, or like the curls on the side. I think it's cheeky, I think it's cute, it makes me happy. And then the next girl, I thought we could put her in like a preppy high ponytail, like the one where like you're the it girl and everybody kind of judges you for it. Turns out you're a sweetheart. I am a little bit nervous about that third girl. I don't like her design. I think that the dress is weird, the face I don't love, and in the sketching stage, I was like, yo, maybe I need to jump ship, you know what I'm saying? I do like trying to save concepts, but she might be a lost cause, yo. Back to the first girl. I also like that her over-the-shoulder look is like she knows more than she should, and she's watching somebody's actions. It's weird because I thought it'd be more green. It's looking yellow now. Is this yellow? No, because we just swatched this, right? We just swatched this. This is kind of yellow. Crap. And you might be wondering, what is that over there? Well, if you must know. No, I'm gonna save it. It's next video. I can't tell you. You'll just have to be surprised. I guess this is yellow. We just did a yellow babe. I still went with my original thought, but like, that's a little crappy. I really thought that was like a light green, but like now, I don't know, maybe it was obvious from the jump that this was yellow, but I have to keep going. We gotta see what the finished product looks like and then switch gears, right? And besides, yellow can't get that much hate if it looks this good with this color, you know what I'm saying? I'll probably end up using yellow skin with every skin color. Pink, even though that reminds me of Fluttershy. Maybe a black. I do have an OC, you know what? I'm calling it. You know, part of me wanted to panic, and I did internally for about 30 seconds, and then guess what? This is where I have this sixth sense that I've done something before or I've seen something before. I have an OC that reminds me of this character. And when I first saw these two colors, I literally said swamp monster. I have a swamp OC. Her, she's in my sketchbook tour. I said that I didn't want her color to be a normal skin color, but I wanted her to be an OC. She gives off the same vibe. I'm doing it again. History is repeating itself, and maybe we should rectify it. Maybe this is us redesigning another OC. I do wanna do this because she reminds me right now, without all the stuff added, of the last girl we just did, and I don't want parallels. So how about we revamp old Swampy? How about that? Also, mainly because I like her skin color right now. Even though it's another yellow, I want to get away from it so bad. I like the idea, ignore Rarity, My Little Pony, but I like the idea of making this character better. Because I think the concept's there, I was prepared to never deal with this girl again. Like, she's like that swamp person that you meet one time, she helps you out, and then you just kind of forget about her. But now, that's main character energy that she's giving. Now I have every intention of adding black. I'm smearing it all over the place. Actually, I have to restrain myself from the amount of black I'm trying to do because she looks so flat to me right now. Also, I don't know if you can tell that like one eye's kind of closed because I wanted to try and make a facial expression. I'm not the best at those. But like, you know that face when somebody that you don't love is walking in the room and your best friend is like, oh, there goes your buddy. Knowing good and well that is not your buddy. That's the face I feel like she's thinking. Because I think as a little swamp girl, she's kind of cheeky. She doesn't deal with like people on the daily, only the ones that wander in the swamp and they're always lost. And she's just kind of like, again? Don't y'all want to stay home? And I know within a shadow of a doubt that this girl is a gator girl. Ain't no way she doesn't have 2 companion gators that kind of like go through the swamp with her or like scare people off so that they don't bother her. I love the idea. At this point, the black is like standing out way too well against the green, so I gotta make it darker. We gotta get dark up in here. I need contrast. I need something to take this up a notch. I'm not saying I'm bored, but I could take a nap looking at her. I, without a shadow of a doubt, know that this is gonna look good. I just know it will, but right now, when I tell you this looks like hot dumpster fire, when I tell you I just don't like this at all, but I know it's gonna come together, and highlight always makes things 10 times better. I just gotta trust the process. She is going to look good. I will not hear anything about it. She's gonna look good. I already like her more and more. What's next? Okay, I'm happy. So of course we have to compare it to the source. I can't add the yellow strands. We'll do that the next one. But we can add her bubbles. Or maybe those were pearls. We can add those. When I tell you I know it's gonna come together. When I tell you I know. I'm aware that I just called that design hot dumpster fire. But when I compare these side by side, I love the one that I'm working on right now. If the multiverse existed, I'm choosing her every single time. I feel so much better. Like, even though we're not even done drawing all the pearls in her hair, or whatever we want to call that, the swamp bubbles. Without those 2 strands of hair, she looks like a slime monster. Like, let's just say it. She looks like Jello, green Jello. She looks like, I don't know what's up with that. I mean, like, she's a pretty slime monster, no doubt, man. She's getting her flowers, but still some kind of swamp monster. That is what I wanted, but she does remind me of seaweed. That's what I meant to say. So to prevent that, this girl definitely needs to have the 2 yellow strands. I know her hair color is yellow, but maybe it'll work, because I don't want them looking straight up like seaweed. Which also makes me feel some type of way because her skin is yellow. Should I change? No, because I want to stick with the original design somewhat. Y'all hear me going to war with myself? I also like the idea of her being so lovable, but she can't coexist with the people outside the city. Because she's a swamp girl, she can't thrive in any other spot, and because the swamp is so dangerous, people can't come in and see her. I like that idea, and it's like mutual pining on both ends. But it could be cute, like, I feel like the swamplands are huge, and it takes a hot minute to get out of them. So it's like while she's leading you out, you bond with her. And y'all, people can give gifts or leave them by the alligators, and they'll take it to her. And that's her way of knowing, like, that they still love her and they miss her. Too late to add the yellow to the first girl, and I will mourn that opportunity because can you imagine? I'm not gonna do that to myself. We gotta focus on the future that is behind us. I've been thinking, swamp girl, I want her to be wild, which means her hair can't be this pretty. Yeah, there we go. I think that she needs to have this aspect of one with nature. You don't calm nature. You know what I mean? There ain't no way Mother Nature has slick back hair looking good. I need her to be the same rough, patchy look. I need some element of, oh, she's beautiful, but the girl's never touched a brush in her life. You know what I mean? Some level, I feel like her hair has swamp water in it. I'm not gonna say the whole thing's like water, muddy water, but I do think if she whips her hair, there's definitely swamp mud coming out. And not in a weird, not in a nasty way, but in a, oh, you're from the swamp. You're from the bog. Is that what we're gonna call it now? The bog? I don't think I like that. I kind of do though. I kind of do like that. If she tries to get somebody to drink the bog water because it's got like minerals or properties in it that like heal people, but they don't want to because it's bog water. I love it. Looking back now, those little bubbles need to be bigger. I think that I dropped the ball on that one. They should have been much, much bigger so that they can like catch your eye. I feel like this one's kind of like she's sparkling. Not necessarily like, oh, swamp bubbles. You know, these two turned out like a dream, but that last one, you know, every idea can't be a winner. May I just say, look at that outfit. What was I thinking? Right now, the first girl's my favorite, even though the second girl has the more interesting hair. She almost reminds me of a genie, but this right here, I don't know how we're gonna make this one work. I think it is beyond obvious that I don't like this design. I had an idea that maybe I could save it when I was sketching it. The inking stage kind of confirmed, yeah, there's no saving this. But it's on the page, and you know, I'm always down for a challenge. I'm gonna talk crap the entire way there, because let me tell you, there's no saving this one. Yeah, behind the current atrocity that I'm committing was that the swamp colors, I thought that brown would be one of them. You know, the trees and the murky water. Maybe I picked the wrong shade, or maybe like this is just not the dress that a swamp princess would wear. But when I tell you, I look at this, and the whole time I was like, you know, it's okay to admit defeat. You can talk a whole lot of smack, but I think the cream helped. I don't think that it did much of anything, but it did do something, and that's all that matters. I did think that it was kind of flat still, but at the same time, if it gets worse, if it gets any worse, I'm not gonna be able to handle it. So I'm gonna add the bubbles. They're still too small. If I could go back in time, I would. No, I wouldn't. I think I'd just give up if I could go back in time. Looking back, her outfit is really revealing. I wish I would have like raised her dress line. The other two, no complaints here. One looks like seaweed. If anything, they could be sisters rather than the same person, but I wish I would have like raised her dress line. That's like my only regret from the whole thing. One more comparison. At the end of the day, where we started, where we're at right now, I think the second one is fire. Even the third one that I made that I think is so awful, I still like over her. Thank you guys for watching. This was crazy.